uh, I had to do a promo with Stephanie McMahon, and she gave me a script. It was a couple pages, but she goes, "We're going to narrow it down to this one page here." It was a fucking paragraph of words like that. I couldn't even count them. I couldn't even say them, let alone count them. And she goes, "Here, okay, I'll give you a few minutes to memorize." I laughed. I'm serious. I didn't say that to her. I was like, I laughed. I go, and then she turned around and walked away. And I looked at Paul Heyman. I go like that. And he pulled me aside and goes, "Yeah, you gotta do this." I go, "I'm not going to do this." They go, "No, you got to do this." And then I go, "All right, I'll do it. I'll try." So I go, she goes, "Okay, go." And I go, boom, 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 whatever it said, whatever it said. She goes, wait a minute. Sounds like you're reading. I go, "I am reading." I don't know. I've never heard of this shit. Or I would never say this shit without you forcing me to. She goes, "Try it again." I can't. She goes, "Memorize it." I can't do it. I don't think I should. She goes, "If I tell you to do it, you got to do it." I said, all right. I can't do it. And then, so I went to go do it, and I was like reading it again. I said, "I just can't do it. How about I do this?" I said, I look at the thing and I rip it up and walk off the set. Walk back on and said, "How was that?" That was Sabu the Rebel, Sabu being himself, Sabu bucking the system, not going to be a typical WWE wrestler. You know what I mean? And she said, "No, do it again." I said, "Do that again or do your way again?" She goes, "Do my way again." I go, "All right, just a minute. I got something. I'll be right back." Boom, took off and didn't come back. So later that day or the next morning, she said she said some guys over. Said, "Yeah, you got to do an angle." I didn't know it was for her. She said, we got to do an angle." So a bunch of guys would go do it, and it was a thing where they break my arm. I didn't know what for. I had no idea. I didn't know it was taking me out of the match. Do the angle, break my arm, boom. Okay, and they said, "Okay." Then after we do that, the next that night they said, "All right, you got to go home in the morning." I go, "What?" They go, "Yeah, you got to go." And that was when the pay per view was the next morning. And I said, "What about them?" They go, "No." I said, "Something got to be wrong." I said, "No, nothing's wrong. You got to go." So, all right, man, fuck it. And I'm out thinking all the way to the airport, they're going to say, "Wait,"
No.
and then so it looks like I no showed or took off or we missed an action. They sent me home, and I had no idea why I did that. Anyway, I wouldn't have done it if it was taking me out. You kidding me? But it looks like I voluntarily knew they were doing that. I did not, did not. I thought at worst, I'd probably get a fine for not cutting the promo. At worst, because I thought, they hired me for a 20-year Sabu, not a body, not just somebody who can read a script and say words they tell me to say. You'd want Sabu to say words he would say, which is none. I don't say words, not really. So I thought I could get them to, say, "All right, do it your way and see what works." And if it doesn't work, you fire. Okay, I'll do it my way, see if it works. I guarantee it'll work. It's worked already. But they said, "No, do it our way or no way." We didn't. They go, "We don't hire talent, we develop it." They want to develop me into another type of wrestler or something. And like, why would you do that? I'm giving you my best right here. Like, well, I don't have no best at anything else. Well, no, why would you want to change? Other than, uh, I don't know. It's not good business, but they're supposed to be for good business. I thought, I thought I could change their mind. I couldn't. They're just set up. Like even when I did a run in, they'll say, "Do this. What are you gonna do?" I said, "I don't know exactly." So I'd give them some bullshit. I'm gonna do this, that, and the other thing. When time for the run in came in, I went in, I ran out and did kind of what I wanted to do, what felt right. They go, "Oh, you fucked up." I said, "No, I did." The agent. I said, "No, I didn't." They go, "You're supposed to do this." I go, "Yeah, I changed it." You're supposed to do that. I go, "Yeah, I changed it." "Don't do that again." And I go, "Why not?" They go, "Because it's not what we want. We want what you said you're going to do, and you stick to it, so we know what you're doing." Or whatever they say to do, and me stick to it, so they know what I'm doing. When I one time I jumped off the chair, gave a guy a kick in the corner. I didn't call it. I did it out because I just did it because I figured they go, "If you use the chair, you get disqualified." Yeah, but I said if I run, jump, move, kick the guy, take the chair away, referee, no harm done. So they said, "Nah," so I did it anyways. And then they said, "You can't jump off the chair anymore." I go, "Why not?" They go, "That's Jeff Hardy's spot." I said, "Jeff Hardy's spot." I said, "I invented it." He said, "Nah, here you didn't." So I wasn't. Whenever I did it, I got heat. So I stopped doing it. Like I go, "I don't care if I get heat," but then eventually they started finding me and shit. I only did it a couple times. But like
Um,
my own moves I invented, I wasn't allowed to do. Even
which
the
you
table
think
shit.
those would be
Those
moves
were
you'd be
moves.
able to
I did the
do?
table. I had to ask them if I could do the table. And usually it was no. Someone else is going to do it. I was
See,
you got to say your company. The guy invented it. Most people know that, and they should. If they don't, you should tell them. And I wasn't allowed to do my own gimmick. When other guys around me were like, I can't do the gimmick because they can't do it in the whole company. I was doing my gimmick, and the other guys were able to do my gimmick. Yeah, right in front of me, on me, against me. They're putting me
uh,
through the table. Isn't that
it's a
bullshit?
shame.
I didn't like
I
it.
guess my last question will be related to your most recent, I guess, event in which was in AEW. Um, were there ever any plans for you to do more in that?
No,
Like,
no,
no,
no. I was in a lot of pain then. That was before I started working out. That was 2 years ago almost, or over a year. Anyway, I started working out uh, last year, August 23. This is 24. Yeah, so I've been working out a little over a year now. So I wasn't working out then, and I was real fragile, and I didn't really think I could. I knew they didn't think I could.
have you had any opportunities or talks about anything possibly?
No, no,
Fair enough.
no. I kind of know a reason why, but I'll fix it one of these days, eventually. But I'm not ready to negotiate because I don't know how I'm going to be yet. Unless they're going to guarantee me money now, then I would commit to them now. But anybody that came with me any money or offer that, I would say no, unless you pay me now. Pay me now, then we'll talk.